The Hadzabe tribe is an ancient hunter-gatherer tribe living in today's modern world. They do not grow food, raise livestock, or live with rules or calendars. The Hadzabes share a community in East Africa that houses the last hunters or foragers of the tribe, and today we're going to be exploring all about the Hadzabe Empire. Despite the advent of technology and its attendant discoveries, the Hadzabe people have preserved their culture, practices, and rites over the years. As of 2015, it was recorded that about 400 out of 1,300 Hadza people living in Tanzania still practice foraging. The Hadzabes serve as a window into a world that is gradually fading away. All about their existence, from their hunting techniques to their social organization, provides us with a link to life in the previous centuries. In this video, we will explore the history of Hadzabe people, the myths surrounding their culture and life in the Hadzabe camp in today's world. Please kindly take a second to subscribe to our channel. The Hadzabes are a small community of people existing in the valley on the outskirts of Tanzania, Africa. They have been able to live for centuries without agony, deprivation, or bloodshed to date. According to their oral history, many of the current settlers could trace ancestors who lived in that valley for over a millennium. The tribe is one of the planet's last hunter-gatherer societies. Surprisingly, the tribe has been able to uphold their ancient way of life for countless years, despite living in the dry Great Rift Valley of Tanzania. Typical of hunters, these monogamous groups of people have found a way of moving around in groups of 30s. They speak Hanzani, a language not closely associated with any other language, and have also adapted to the harsh African landscape with fantastic skills and ingenuity despite not having a written language, electricity, or modern technology. In the beginning, when hairy giants called Akakanibi, meaning first ones, inhabited the world, they lacked cooking and construction knowledge. These hairy giants ate their meals like lions in the jungle, raw and unseasoned. They were believed to only pursue their prey by slamming into it. They did not construct rafts or huts. They simply slept in open skies. It was believed that they simply did not know how to do these things. These giants then evolved into Zazanibi, in-between ones. They had no hair, but they could cook and use medicine and charms for protection. Soon, they started to live in caves. After the Zazanibi came the Hamakwanibi, recent days. This set of dwellers could use fire, store food, create weapons, and build huts. They became the modern foragers who now interacted with non-foragers. The last evolved sect, which is very close to today's Hadzabe people, is called Hamayoshonibi, those of today. The spiritual practices of the Hadza tribe are based on animism. This belief holds that everything has a soul or spirit, including places, things, and living things. They consider the world to be inhabited by spirits, including those of plants, animals, and natural substances like fire and water. The social interactions of the Hadza tribe are also governed by a sophisticated system of spirits, which includes ancestor spirits, guardian spirits, and nature spirits. The Hadzabes honor their ancestors through rituals and ceremonies because they believe that they still watch over them. The shamans or witch doctors of the tribe are in charge of interpreting the will of the spirits and communicating with the spirit world per time. The Hadzabes also believe in reading the stars, following the universe, and all of the cosmological rules the universe provides them. The Hadzabe tribe relies heavily on hunting to survive. They hunt various creatures including big games like antelope and smaller creatures like birds and rodents, using various techniques and tools. Hunters work in small groups to surround and isolate their prey as one of their main hunting strategies, which includes tracking and ambushing prey. The Hadzabes also use hunting dogs to track and catch games. They supplement their diets with different plant foods, which they gather in addition to hunting. They can identify edible plants and berries because they thoroughly understand the local flora. The diet of the Hadzabes consists mainly of meat and gathered plant foods, with a focus on nutrient-dense foods like tubers and berries. They consume a lot of protein and fat in their diet, which gives them the energy needed to survive in a hostile environment. The Hadzabe tribe relies heavily on hunting to survive. They hunt various creatures including big games like antelope and smaller creatures like birds and rodents, using various techniques and tools. Hunters work in small groups to surround and isolate their prey as one of their main hunting strategies, which includes tracking and ambushing prey. The Hadzabes also use hunting dogs to track and catch games. They supplement their diets with different plant foods, which they gather in addition to hunting. They can identify edible plants and berries because they thoroughly understand the local flora. The diet of the Hadzabes consists mainly of meat and gathered plant foods, with a focus on nutrient-dense foods like tubers and berries. They consume a lot of protein and fat in their diet, which gives them the energy needed to survive in a hostile environment. The Hadzabes do not engage in warfare. They've never lived densely enough to be seriously threatened by an infectious outbreak. They have no known history of famine. Rather, there is evidence of people from a famine group coming to live with them during a time of crop failure. The Hadza diet remains even today more stable and varied than that of most of the world's citizens, and they enjoy a remarkable amount of leisure time. A typical Hadzabe lives almost entirely free of possessions. The few items they own include a cooking pot, a water container, and an axe, which can be wrapped in a blanket and carried over a shoulder. The women gather berries and a baobab fruit and dig edible tubers, while the men collect honey and hunt. Nighttime baboon stalking is a group affair conducted only a handful of times each year. Otherwise, hunting is a solo business. The Hadzabes eat almost anything they can kill, from birds, wild beasts, and zebras to buffalo. They also dine on warthog, bush pig, and hyrax. They love baboons. When on a hunting expedition and the hunters come across a recently dead elephant, they will crawl inside and cut out meat and organs and fat and cook them over a fire. Sometimes, rather than drag a large animal back to camp, the entire camp will move to the carcass. Tourism is one of the ways the Hadzabes have adapted to the modern world. The tribe has gradually grown to be a well-liked tourist destination for people traveling to see authentic hunter-gatherer culture. Thank you for learning about the Hadzabes with us. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please kindly click on the subscribe button, like the video, turn on your notifications, and share the video with your connections. Thank you once again for staying with Explore Africa with the Moria. See you in our next video.